It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Bear 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. On Sunday morning, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym for the first time in a long time. It had been months since I went to the gym and actually worked out. And so I just decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to do however many minutes on the treadmill and then do arms, do biceps, triceps, keep it easy. Well, I did all that. My arms were just fine yesterday. Then last night, when I was sleeping, I then woke up at around, 2 a.m., around there. And my biceps, like closer to my elbow, for some reason, they're painful today. Like, they're causing me so much pain. I can't even, I can barely stretch out my arms here. And it had me thinking of this story that I meant to talk about last week of this South Carolina gym enthusiast. Her name's Jessica Johnson. She's 25 years old. She had been doing the Murph Challenge, a fundraising challenge consisting of running a mile, then doing 300 squats, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups before finishing with another 1 mile run. Now, I wasn't doing anything close to that. I was walking on the treadmill. I did some tricep rope pull-downs, some bicep curls, and then that was it. I wasn't doing anything crazy like this woman was. But she, her arms sort of exploded. The CrossFit workout challenge gave her blood poisoning. Her arms swelled, a symptom of a rare but potentially lethal condition. She finally went to the hospital, got them checked out, and yeah, after all this, she basically says, I am never doing anything close to CrossFit ever again. They had to cut her arms to alleviate the swelling, and somehow her kidneys managed to survive. She said, they kept telling me, we don't know how you don't have kidney damage right now. She's made a full recovery, but she also says this was a wake-up call for me to chill out a bit, and not just by taking a break from the Murph Challenge, but by pivoting to cardio and more gentle Pilates stuff. I think what I'm going to do from here on out is, the thing is here, I'm trying to lose weight. Lifting weights is more so just going to build muscle. I think cardio is the number one thing that I need to do. I've always been a cardio fanatic. I used to be that guy that would run 5 miles like every other day back in my parents' neighborhood. I unfortunately stopped doing that as soon as I moved out on my own, and I got to get back into it. I got to start walking, running, doing whatever again. K-Bear 101, I got Viktor here.
What's up?
Have you driven down my street as of late? At night?
No. No, I have not.
You have not seen the lights that I put up on my patio?
No.
I put up some spoopy lights.
Spoopy lights?
For the entire month of October.
Brown lights hanging up at Peach's house.
No, not poop lights. No, I'm talking about spoopy lights.
Well, when I think of spoopy, I think of brown lights.
No, they're orange.
Orange.
So
right.
Some people could have some orange BMs.
Okay. Hopefully not, though. Check with your doctor if you have those type of issues.
This is a good issue reporting here. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, check your number 2.
Yeah, I started putting up Halloween decorations, but I got some work to do on them to finalize.
Okay.
So,
any other inflatables that you plan on buying?
No.
Any other cool things?
No, I'm not going to buy anything.
Because you're the guy that makes a lot of money around here, so I wanted to point out to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm a high roller.
The Heckavator for $10,000 that you can... it's a little haunted ride.
Okay.
That you can this animatronic makes it feel like you're falling to your imminent death.
Oh, I kind of like
It's
that.
for the thrill seekers.
Okay.
And that's the inside of it right here.
Looks creepy on the inside.
Looks like a creepy old elevator, but yeah, $10,000. You can buy it now.
10
Oh,
Gs.
wait a minute.
Oh, all sold out.
How is
found.
this sold out?
Because it's the coolest thing ever.
How many of those did they make? And somebody out there was like, you know what? I can drop 10 grand. Maybe it was that same guy that we talked about this morning that bought the Taylor Swift signed guitar for $4,000 and smashed it up.
I'm guessing they made one.
It made one, and one sucker bought it.
Exactly.
And it's now, do you install that in your front yard? Like, is it like a...
I don't, because all we can see is the inside.
I wonder if it's some sort of like what looks to be a storage container and you walk on the inside and sort of make that to be your little thing before you get to the front door for candy. I mean, can you imagine? You would scare away all the trick-or-treaters if you had everybody who's going up to your front door go into that and make it seem like they're falling to their death.
Well, I'm hoping the scary signs I hung up in front of my house will keep trick-or-treaters away.
Do you not want trick-or-treaters?
I don't know. It would save me money on candy. Yeah, I wouldn't have to go drop any dough on candy.
You can just go to like Dollar Tree and get some stuff from there. That's what
I suppose.
That's what I would do. But my place is off to the side.
Yeah, last year I got a pretty good number of trick-or-treaters. So I'll have some candy.
I think one year I did show up to your place.
You did.
And it was your family that answered the door at the time.
I think I was sleeping.
Because, you went to bed because it was a work night.
It was a school night.
A school night
That's
for
right.
us.
Yeah.
And I was just looking down this list here of luxuryresidence.ca, the most expensive Halloween decorations. And one of them was $20,000.
Jeez.
$22,000. It's a giant ogre.
Well, that's pretty cool.
From what it seems like. There's also that sleeping giant animatronic that we've talked about in the years past.
I like the sleeping giant.
$16,000 for that guy.
Yeah, still kind of out of my budget.
Yeah, I wonder who's exactly buying all these. Are those the type of people that used to do things like Planet Doom in Idaho Falls, like that?
There's
type
probably
of...
some of that, but then also just rich maniacs.
Wouldn't you do that if you were a rich maniac? I mean, you already are. You just kind of try to pretend you're one of us.
High rolling.
High rolling, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be really rich to be dropping $15,000 on a Halloween decoration. Yeah, exactly. You'd need to also rent a year-round storage unit for all your useless Halloween garbage.
And there are some people in that city of Rossmore by my parents' place that have all that stuff in storage year-round.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to continue spending my money on cat food.
Well, you got to take care of the real-life cats.
I know.
You can't starve Koopa and Lucy and say, sorry, I need to buy Halloween decorations.
That's where all my money goes. Those cats, food, Koopa with a swollen head, time to take him to the vet.
Part of me, I'm glad you mentioned cats because every single time I go on Facebook, Snake River Animal Shelter posts some adorable kitty like this one, Susie, who's 3 years old. And I'm like,
Well, see, and
I really want to adopt Susie.
The good thing about adopting from one of the local shelters is usually they're already fixed or they've got discounts to get your pets fixed. Like I got Lucy from Lieutenant Crane, so I had to just take her to the vet and pay full price.
Oh yeah,
to get her fixed. I probably could have gotten a voucher to get her fixed, but I didn't find out about that till after.
Yeah.
So if you get her from the vet and they're already, or from a shelter already fixed, good to go. They generally have all their shots. Much more affordable route to get your kitten.
Bring her back for her spay and final adoption fee of $50 as a $50 deposit there. Yeah, but the fees include the spay, neuter, vaccines, and microchip.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Not at all.
When
that's
I got Lucy's shots, microchip, and fixed, it was like $450.
Oh, yeah, ridiculous.
So you take all that money you saved, you load up on cat food, and you got yourself a little friend.
I think animal shelters also do Black Friday deals. Like they'll try to really push the adoption of black dogs, black cats. Because for some reason, people don't really want the all black dogs or all black cats.
Which is weird.
Love them.
Yeah, I've had many black cats.
Yeah,
you know, they're all fine. I don't know. People,
I would say the orange cats are terrible.
Yeah.
Forget the orange cats.
Yeah. Ginger cats, huh?
No soul.
No soul. Cartman told me.
I'm sure Viktor talked about this on his morning show this morning. Decluttering with the poop rule. Having a hard time deciding which items in your closet to get rid of? Just use the poop rule. It says here it's pretty simple. Just ask yourself, if this object had number 2 on it, would I wash it off and keep it or throw it away? There you have it. It's almost like a twist on the whole Marie Kondo thing about, does this bring me joy? Nah, throw it away. I have a huge dilemma in my closet because I have 3XL t-shirts that I mostly wear. I do have some 2XL t-shirts. I have a lot of 2XL t-shirts that I used to wear, but unfortunately, they're too small for me now. Well, they're not really too small. They're just kind of tight, and I feel uncomfortable with them, so I go, 3XL is better. Maybe I should wear the 2XLs to sort of inspire me to keep losing weight and then eventually fit into them. But this poop rule, this is pretty crazy. I wonder who came up with this. Huffington Post posted about it. Headline says, some people with ADHD swear by the poop rule of decluttering, and it might help you too. I mean, who exactly is going to, in that situation, wash it off and keep the item? Like, I just feel like you would get rid of everything. Well, I think at the beginning of every single week, I'm going to turn the Shot Clock Sports Update into a combo feature of the, usual sports news mixed in with my fantasy football team update, or I might just do it right after the Shot Clock Sports Update. Who knows? I'll think about it, but let's move on to some sports news right now. In the baseball memorabilia category, an 18-year-old baseball fan named Max Mattis has filed a lawsuit to stop the auction of Shohei Ohtani's 50th home run ball because he says the ball was wrangled from him in the scrum. For now, the auction continues. The stakes are high, considering the ball had an opening bid of $500,000. In golf news, Tiger Woods is in a trademark dispute over the logo of his new Sunday Red merchandise line. The logo, inspired by his iconic red shirts on Sundays and his 15 major wins, is facing a trademark dispute from Tiger Rare, a company that makes cooling products for athletes. They claim the Sunday Red logo is too similar to theirs and have filed a notice of opposition. Woods has 40 days to respond. It looks like Tiger's got some legal hurdles to clear before his new gear hits the shelves. And in baseball overall news, the Milwaukee Brewers clinched the National League Central Division, will be hosting playoff games. Fans attending those games are excited to see playoff baseball and might be surprised to see new playoff food options at the stadium, including a 2-foot nacho box featuring a bed of tortilla chips topped with pulled chicken, fresh pico, scallions, jalapenos, and sour cream, all in this 2-foot-long box. That sounds fantastic. There's a lot of excitement to look forward to, as well as a lot of nachos. Yeah, I think I might keep the fantasy football team update separate. I'll think about making that a feature because we do have a lot of people who are not necessarily sports fanatics who already hate the Shot Clock Sports Update, but I like to do it because it's a fun little, hey, let's talk about this, because I know a lot about different sports, especially compared to Viktor. So maybe I'll do a fantasy football team update here later this hour on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, remember how I said I was going to do the fantasy football team update later this hour? Well, let's do it right now. Because I felt like, hey, you know what? This will only happen once a week. Maybe I'll briefly mention it on Tuesdays, but probably stick to Mondays for now because all the football usually happens on Sundays. This week in my fantasy league, I'm facing off against my dad. And I was thinking my dad was going to beat me, end my undefeated streak. It looks like I'll end out on top. I have one more player that needs to play in the flex position, David Montgomery of the Detroit Lions. He's looking to have 13.8 points this upcoming game. My dad has DK Metcalf that hasn't played yet, but my dad overall only 85 points to my 138, and I'm projected to have 151. So it looks like for once, I might be the great team when it comes to fantasy football. I'm usually the guy that starts off strong the first week or so, and then I just start losing, which could still happen. I could lose every single game after this week and end up not making the playoffs. It's the way football goes. People get injured all the time. But yeah, man, just fantasy football is too much fun. I feel like it would be a great thing to do next season to have everybody in this building, including people like Viktor, like Jade, who are not necessarily into sports at all, try to draft a team and watch them somehow win. And we could have since my parents own a trophy store, my dad come in with or my dad deliver a nice trophy. I could make it. He can just deliver the parts to my apartment. I could make it. See who ends up on top of the Riverbend Media Group Fantasy Football League. I feel like that would be fun next season to sort of all be in that. One of the big news stories from last week that I meant to talk about on my show, I think I talked about it briefly on the air with Viktor, is Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day just straight up trashing Las Vegas, saying it's a trash hole, to put it cleanly, of a place here in the U.S., and a lot of people of Las Vegas didn't like that. And I think Billy Joe was more so mad that the Oakland Athletics were moving to Las Vegas. He wanted them to stay in Oakland, but I mean, who was supporting the Oakland A's for the entirety of the season? Barely anybody. Why does he all of a sudden care now when they move is beyond me. But all the Las Vegas radio stations said, you know what, we're banning Green Day from our playlists, which is not really showing them anything. It's more so just being dumb. It's a great way to get your station online, because I was reading all these different stations that were banning Green Day, and people in the comments were divided, as per usual. I really don't care what Green Day has to say. They're known as being the outspoken band. There was that story, and then speaking of outspoken bands and divas within the rock and metal industry, Oasis. They decided to announce a North American quote-unquote tour, which makes me laugh because it's only like 5 dates, and they're all giant arenas. One of them is in Los Angeles at the Rose Bowl, which is where I saw Metallica, Avenged Sevenfold, and Gojira back in 2017. And I thought this was a meme at first, not the tour, but what they said. Liam and Noel Gallagher said, America, Oasis is coming. You have one last chance to prove that you loved us all along. It's legitimately what they said. That was not a meme. I posted that. Lou Brutus commented with the laughing emoji on Instagram. He thinks that it's a meme. It's a legit statement from those two. The one thing that Viktor did talk about this morning, though, was that they decided, you know what, we're not going to use Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing for this tour. So it should make ticket prices cheaper. But if you're going to the show like the one at the Rose Bowl, you're still going to be paying a lot of money for parking. I'm talking like $40 regular, $80 VIP. That's what it was for Metallica back in 2017. I can't imagine what it would be like now. 100 regular, 200 VIP. I'm sure getting yourself a hot dog at one of the concession stands, that's about $10 right there. Concerts are ridiculous. Hard Drive XL posted this on their Facebook, so I shared it on the K-Bear page. What's your best concert of 2024? This is not the to each their own question of the day. I was just curious as to, what show has been your favorite this year? It's almost October. The year is almost over with. I'm sure you've been to at least a couple shows this year. Hopefully maybe just one. If you haven't been to a show in many years, definitely go to one. Make some time to go to a show next year, or even look at next month's shows and go to like a little show in Salt Lake City, even Boise. I understand things can get in the way, like work, little kids, etc. But if you want to go to any concert, check out that concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com. I asked this question on the K-Bear page, and 2 people put shows that haven't happened yet. One of them was, Saturday night, Sabaton and Judas Priest in good old Idaho Falls at the Mountain America Center. You don't know what could happen with that show. At the last minute, things could alter. It could be a whole other Rockzilla experience for most of these people on the internet that, still complain about that to this day. Knocking on wood, hopefully that never happens again. But I just saw that comment, and then I saw, hasn't happened yet, but Breaking Benjamin and Stained with special guest Daughtry. That's coming up here, this Saturday. Is it really the same day as Judas Priest and Sabaton? Breaking Benjamin, Stained, Daughtry at the what is now called the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. That'd be a fun show. Breaking Benjamin puts on a great performance. Stained, Stained's a little controversial. Don't really care for them, but Daughtry, they're pretty good. We saw them at the Mountain America Center not that long ago. I wish I had a whole list, because I've been to so many shows this year. I kind of forgot how many and also who exactly I saw this year, because this year and last year blend together. And I'm like, that's right. I saw this band last year, and so on and so forth. I would have to say From Ashes to New with Point North. That was a whole fun show. But if you want to answer that question, you can go to our Facebook page at KBear 101 FM. Here this afternoon, I'll definitely have a different question that I've already posted in the KBear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal Facebook group. A different question for to each their own during the 4 p.m. hour. I got something to admit here. Well, we'll talk about this first, and then I'll talk about what I want to admit here to you on the air, that Queen is no longer sitting atop the throne when it comes to the most played British groups of the 21st century. PPL, a UK music licensing company which licenses the use of recorded music to radio and TV and in public places, has compiled data that shows that Coldplay has been played 40,000 more times than Queen, who dropped to second on the list. They're followed by this group called Take That at 3, Little Mix at 4, haven't heard of those two, and the Beatles at 5. Oasis at 6, Bee Gees at 7, goes on from there. Now, I have to admit this on the air. I don't know if you've ever seen footage of Coldplay's live shows on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be. It looks like they put on one great live show, and I personally would love to go see Coldplay live, just because those live shows look spectacular. It's just, you got to see it for yourself. And I would love to go see I would have loved to see Queen back in the day. It would have been great to see Freddie Mercury on stage versus me just watching the show from YouTube, especially the Live Aid performance. That's how a frontman should do it. I gave Creed their what's the phrase? I talked all highly about Creed when I saw them in Salt Lake City, because they did put on one great live show. There wasn't really too many theatrics with it, which I do like myself some theatrics. There was more so lighting, pyro, great performance overall. Usually if I go see a band, I expect them to say stuff in between the songs, talk to the fans, do something fun. If I ever go to a concert and I see the band just perform song after song after song after song after song and then leave, it's not fun to me. But Coldplay, I don't know, like I said, you got to go check out their live stuff. If you haven't seen any of their live footage, go look at it on YouTube. Well, if you're going to get married, make sure to, keep your hygiene great. This Indian woman who was married for only 40 days asked for a divorce due to her husband's poor hygiene. The unhappy bride, who is from Agra, went to the local counseling center to complain about her husband, who showers only once or twice a month. Maybe he's a metalhead. After she moved back into her family's house, the husband promised to bathe more regularly, but it seems like the wife is not willing to reconcile. There might be some other issues. Maybe it was an arranged marriage, and she's like, "Yeah, I really don't want this guy. Let me find some excuse to be able to divorce him." But this seems like a valid excuse too. Like, I bet he reeks once or twice a month. Sometimes I shower twice a day because I will wake up, feel gross, go shower, and then go work out later in the day. Shower after that as well. You can't be too clean. For some reason, I felt the need to go online and try finding a cool sticker to put on my car that represents my hometown. I was like, you know what? Let me put some car stickers on my car. In the very beginning, I was like, oh, I'm never putting car stickers on my car ever again. They make my car look tacky. But now I'm like, well, maybe I want to put a couple on there. I've started to like collecting stickers again from different places that I've been to. Like, I got one from Pickle's place when me, Lou, Brutus, and Viktor went out there. I got a weird Idaho one from the Walmart in Pocatello. I saw it next to the men's clothing section. I'm like, you know what? I'll get this one too. And I'm now wanting a sticker on my car that says Seal Beach, California. I saw some cool one that actually had Seal Beach in a nice font. And then above it said 562, which is the area code from where I'm from. And I'm thinking, like, well, what happens if I put that on my car and I get pulled over? Some cop is going to see that and be like, oh, I just pulled over some transplant. That means I'm now going to ticket this guy and make sure it's a ton of money, get him on a whole bunch of stuff just because he's from California. It's so stupid. I do like how I posted in the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group, by the way, a while back. I think it was last week or early last week, that I posted about how, like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get people's unsolicited opinions. See what you guys come up with. And there was some funny ones in there. One guy posted something about, like, the Californians coming out, and it's not really anything crazy. Did my post get deleted? I feel like I did. I just tried looking for it, and it's gone. Those admins of the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group deleted my post from what it seems like. Dumb. K-Bear 101 with Bad Guy from Falling in Reverse. This guy, he may seem like a bad guy to his mom. He's taking his mom to court over his comic collection. As a 21-year-old Taiwanese man, he took his own mother to court after she threw away his manga collection. The mother says her son's Attack on Titan collection was damp, and she decided to recycle them up to free up space. But when her son came home and learned the comics were gone, he called the police on his own mother. And the how do you say that? CHIAYI district, the district court there, fined the mother 5,000 Taiwanese dollars, or about 160 American dollars, for property damage. So he won. I don't think the whole Attack on Titan collection's only worth $160. I feel like it's worth more than that. Now he has to get every single copy again. And he his mom won't talk to him ever again. His mom's now done with this guy. Just like that song right there, feedback, that title right there. I want to hear your feedback for today's To Peach Their Own question. What's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry, irritates you? Amber, she wrote in the comment section, people that are oblivious to people walking behind them in stores or at an event and just stop in the middle of the road. That doesn't really bother me as much compared to those who just walk incredibly slow overall. Like they walk in front, they intentionally go in front of you just to walk slow. It irritates me so much. And now I'm starting to make like a big fuss about it too. I'm like, get out of the way. Like people know I'm irritated if they do that to me. I haven't seen, luckily, many people as of late go into the middle of the aisle and start having conversations and blocking the whole aisle. Let's see here. The progressively longer and longer unskippable ads on YouTube, like why were you not making money before? They're just trying to see how far they can get away with it before people say enough's enough and go away from YouTube, because there's no other really video streaming service out there that people like to go to. There's just one YouTube and that's it. People that don't put their cart away at the store. Well, Jordan put that in the comment section. Jordan, you should really watch the online video series if you haven't heard of it already, called Cart Narcs. Fantastic. I do love seeing the people that for some reason think it's okay to leave their cart in the middle of the parking lot and say, oh, they have somebody for that. No, they don't. The workers don't necessarily want to wrangle up all the carts. They just want to go to each corral and bring them back in. They don't want to go hunting for carts that are in the middle of a spot or on the sidewalk, etc. So what's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry? 208-535-1015. Let me know that answer for To Peach Their Own. Haven't gotten any callers yet. 208-535-1015. Today's question, in case you're just now tuning in for To Peach Their Own, what's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry? Going back to the Facebook post, door-to-door solicitors. Definitely an answer. Okay, now we got somebody calling in. Let's see if they have an answer here. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. What's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry?
Okay, so I've done a number of years in prison, and this is something you cannot escape when you're in there. When someone's talking to you and they're saying something, it's, oh, I did this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? No, that's what it is. Them saying that over and over, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, yes, I heard you the first 10 times when you asked if I heard what you were saying. It drives me nuts.
It's like those people that say, I could care less, when it's I couldn't care less.
Absolutely.
You do realize in radio how many times you, or how many crutch phrases that you have? I got caught by not only Jade here, but also multiple people saying, hey, Peaches, you say of course too much. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll watch out for that. But
well, of course I do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real. Well, thank you for calling in. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
You have a good one. 208-535-1015. Today's To Peach Their Own question. What's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry? Let me know. K-Bear, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, Peaches?
Hey, what's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry?
When I can't get my keys in the ignition to turn. I don't know. I drive older Chevys, so it's a typical thing. The ignition won't turn.
I didn't see that as a crazy problem.
Well, it's like, I don't know. You have to like shimmy the key to get it to turn. It's in some movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny when you see people driving in movies and like they are not looking at all on the road and they're moving the steering wheel left and right. It's like, what's happening with the car?
Nothing. Everything's perfectly fine. Don't pay attention to it.
K-Bear, how's it going?
Hey, good. How's it going?
Doing great. What's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry?
When businesses leave their open signs on, even though they're not open anymore.
Oh, really? I haven't seen any business do that.
I never paid attention to it until a friend pointed it out that was her pet peeve. And now it's like, oh, yeah, driving around, there's sometimes businesses that leave their on signs on. And it's like, there's no way you're open at 9 o'clock at night. But
part of me wants to get mad at those businesses that still have the open sign on if it's like 5 minutes before closing. Just turn it off at that point. Or maybe even like the last like half hour. Just keep it off.
Exactly. Yeah.
K-Bear 101, it is Idaho's only rock station. Got somebody else calling in for today's To Peach Their Own question. What's an insignificant thing that always makes you angry? What's your answer for today is to peach their own?
So I drive a 26-foot box truck for work, and honestly, the thing that ticks me off the most is specifically on Yellowstone Highway, people who drive like a mile or two an hour under the speed limit in no passing zones.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I talked about it earlier on the show. For anybody who goes like 10 below the speed limit and they're old, just take the license away right then and there.
For real, though. And the thing is, like, 5'10" under actually bothers me a lot less than the people who are like, they're doing, 52 or 53 in the 55 zones. And it's like, it's the long one on the right called a gas pedal. Use it.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.